Blaylock's in a tough place because I think she plays it that way. She plays it the most controlled T'Pol has been in about 4 or 5 episodes, I think, during that. Like, she's emotional, clearly, but it's not when the ship was under attack and she's like, get the fuck out of my room, or what it was. There was at least they were trying to revert her back to this Vulcan thing where Trip, the emotional human, is crying about something and she's affected by it, but is still in control and isn't sobbing with him. And I think that was the right way to do it. I just think it, for what we talked about, what this series is supposed to do is like a prequel for everything. That felt to me like this is the first great human Vulcan scene together. Yeah. I think it's the only one that's ever worked. The rest of these scenes in Enterprise have been a bunch of numbskulls yelling at each other, and it's like this is not good. Like,
and now imagine that scene, not just if she's a normal Vulcan, but if she's T'Pol, who has been having these emotional changes in a more natural way, like we were talking about last episode.
Osmosis by hanging out with humans too much, instead
of just a hangover from freebasing. Then it has, and you've watched this progression happen. You've watched her change, and you've got this moment where all that comes to a head, where she's like, I'm not used to this stuff. That the reason that we do this is because if we had these emotions, we would all go crazy. Yeah. So I actually envy you that humans can control this stuff to a certain extent.
Yes,
like that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, it's got this stanky drug addict.
Yeah, and to be fair, that is what they do. It's just tainted by her state of mind currently. Right. So it is like, I really do love the point of the Vulcans, which is in complete contrast to her taking drugs to chase the emotional dragon, is her just going like, Vulcans, we are this way because we were killing ourselves because of how emotional we were. So we chose this life of no emotion as a way to escape that. And we are envious of you being able to actually experience it and live a normal life at the same time. That's like profound for this show. It's like that's not Plato or Aristotle or anything, but it's like for Enterprise, that's like A+ material.
Oh man, drug stuff is so depressing. Because I was just thinking, like, imagine even if you track back to the episode where with the zombie Vulcans who've all gone crazy because of the Trillium D is making them hyper emotional and driving them insane. Like, what if instead of that being a jumping off point for a drug addiction plot line, it's T'Pol sees these other Vulcans who are, maybe I'm thinking of a different episode. Is that the same episode where like there's the other Vulcan dude who's like an outcast because he's really into emotions?
No, that's in the first season. That's
that's the first season?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Well, anyway, same idea. Like what if in that episode that's the set off for her thing, where she sees someone who is so she sees a Vulcan who is so desperately wants to be taken over by emotion that she is like, well, there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a logical explanation for why he would want to do this.
Yeah.
And that kind of is what allows her to open up a little bit and start taking the stuff in naturally, and it comes to a head here. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But
no, agreed.
Nope. Got to chase that dragon.
Do you have anything else? Did I miss anything? Anything you want to talk about? We talked about the geyser. That's just a pointless scene. So strange that they do that. It sort of ties into the earlier thing with Seth MacFarlane, is that the ship is in such a bad state that Trip can't take any time off. This feels like a overly dramatic need for that, where he's like, God damn it, the ship's blowing up on the outside.